Okay, so I'm just deciding how I'm going to make the pockets. I've got some cardboard, some fabric, some swatches of paper that I've used to create a project on. That's quite nice. That might be a possibility. Something from an old book. We'll just have a little look. Some card. We'll have a think about it. So let's get the journal out. Okay. The last page, the last spread if you like, was the Dartmoor pony. Now, I have discovered that the little sewing machine I bought only does straight stitching. It doesn't do zigzag or anything like that, but that's okay because I've got my mother's old pinking shears. Okay, and I love these pinking shears. So I can make some zigzag patterns because I particularly like zigzag, and then I can just sew the zigzag straight on. We're just testing out our little sewing machine, aren't we? Nothing is perfect. So I'm going to cut out the shape, just decide how big we want the shape to be. Okay. That's worked quite well. Now I've got a pocket here already. This is part of a page that I merged from an old journal and put into the new nature art journal that I'm doing this year. Now I'm following the seasons, so I think this is an autumn colour. So let's put that towards the end of the journal. Right, okay, there's definitely something autumnal here going on. That would work, wouldn't it? So yes, we can certainly put a little pocket there, I think, and then we can pop something in it maybe. So this is just an experiment to see if the sewing machine works. Let's have a go. So I'm not completely sure how to do it. Apparently it's got a sensor on it. Okay, I should have practiced first, shouldn't I? Might just trim it off. Bearing in mind, the imperfect is the perfect. I made a video about that, you know. It really is about practicing and using our journals as a way of just expressing ourselves. Maybe it's just our first attempt at something. I could have practiced with this, couldn't I? But it doesn't matter, because just the very fact I wanted to get going is fine, isn't it? It's absolutely fine. We can do what we like in our journals, can't we? Even if it isn't a very straight line. It's so much fun. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of paint on that. So, having done that, I've changed my mind. I'm going to try a warmer colour. Now, this is Hounds Tor in Dartmoor, and we've got a nice little pocket there now. And I've got something to put in that pocket. I've got a very old little card. The sort of card I think was collected for tea bags. Might have been book bond, I can't actually remember. But it's got a beautiful picture of a Rowan mountain ash. Now I love Rowan because it's very attractive at all stages of its growth, and in May and June you can see in Dartmoor these beautiful white flowers, warm creamy colour white flowers produced at that time of year, and in September, in the autumn, you see these beautiful bright scarlet round fruits, very conspicuous, very beautiful. So I think that would be perfect tucked inside there. Now this is still a little bit wet, so what I'll do is I'll pop that out and we'll let this dry, and I'll take a photograph so we can see what it looks like at the end. But a little experiment using that little sewing machine. It's going to look okay, I think. So thanks for coming along. I really enjoyed your company, and I'll see you again very soon. Have a good week. Bye for now.